Everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Alfonso Speaks and welcome back to more of the Sarah Boone trial. Before we get started today, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, turn the bell on for notifications, share the video with somebody that you love that loves the Sarah Boone trial, and follow me on my social medias. Also, check out my new content that I'm making. It's all about travel. So I'm making a brand new brand full of travel content, some really great stuff coming down the pike with that. Super duper excited about it. But true crime, we're still doing it. So this one, I obviously, guys, I've been, kind of late to the party in some people's eyes with the whole Sarah Boone trial, but hey, man, I'm still here. And this is one of the videos that really caught my eye. Apparently, Sarah Boone wants snacks in the courtroom. Now, look, honestly, I mean, like this wouldn't be something that I would raise an eyebrow at under normal circumstances and maybe some other cases. Maybe you got your defendants or plaintiffs who are like diabetic and so they just need to have like sugar available, you know. Yeah, there's always some, kind of like exceptions to what would normally be considered nonsense. But in this case, with what I've already experienced with this Sarah Boone stuff, this seems to be, um let's just say, I think this is going to go in the direction that is very Sarah Boone-ish. Let's check the video out, guys. Some of you may have already seen it before. This is my first time seeing it. Pardon me if my voice is even a little bit weird. I'm just getting over like some type of virus that's been sweeping through the DMV area. So we are recovering. Emotionally, I'm not recovering because John Cena just retired and Micah Parsons went down in the same weekend. So yeah, it's been a tough couple of days. But hey, why not do some content to make ourselves better? All right, here we go.
Sarah Boone in court to the suitcase murder trial. Trial not opening up just yet. They're still working on getting that jury seated. They started on Monday. They're going to continue today. They have a motions hearing set for 9:30. Apparently still some outstanding motions. And then they're going to continue picking the jury in the afternoon. And in case you didn't hear, Sarah Boone filed a motion requesting snacks at her trial. And so we're going to get the answer from the judge this morning about that. Take a listen.
Yes, sir, Mr. Owens.
Judge, my client tells me that they wake her up at 2:30 in the morning, and then she's kept in a holding cell until she's brought to court here at 6:30 in the morning, and then of course she's brought up around 9, and then she'll leave today about 5:30 or 6 and be in 2 different holding cells. She'll finally get to her dorm about 9 or 9:30. They stopped allowing showers after 9 p.m. She got there after that time, but they allowed her shower since she hadn't had one. She's asking that, they get commissary there at the jail. She's asking that the officer that escorts her be allowed to bring her commissary. She's asking for 2 juice packs, 5 peppermints, 2 bags of chips, a bag of candy, and a bag of either cookies or a Pop-Tart. To allow her through the day. I think they serve them a peanut butter and jelly sandwich down in the basement at lunch, but she's not diagnosed with any kind of blood sugar, but she says she gets, like today, she's feeling tired and lethargic, and so she feels like those items during a break, that she could have something like that to keep her energy level. I'm asking for the court's permission that she be allowed to do that.
State, any response?
Not in the state attorney's office and any of the parties involved.
Okay.
Like, if you're the state, I guess what would be your rebuttal to that? Like, this is all on the judge. The state's really not going to have anything to say about that. Like, if they were concerned about her maybe throwing some of the food, across the courtroom, but from what I've seen, she hasn't really been like that. Like, you wouldn't have been able to give Daryl Brooks something like that. He would have threw an apple at Attorney Opper if he had the chance. So with Sarah Boone, I know that she's a violent offender as well, but like her her behavior in court has been more. It's been different in a way. Like it hasn't been violently narcissistic. It's just been like the gaslighting and stuff like that, right? Like that's mostly what she's displayed so far.
We'll speak to the captain of the jail if I can get a hold of her before 5 o'clock tonight and see what, if anything, we can do. I can't make any promises. My understanding from the deputies is that there are 2 bagged meals which are given, which include cookies as well, that are provided for Ms. Boone. That's for all inmates that are stored downstairs during trials. So I'll inquire of the jail staff if I can get a hold of them this evening, and hopefully have an answer, if any, tomorrow.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, anything else?
This woman is on trial accused of committing a murder, and she's concerned about her snacks. Snacks. She's not going to the movies.
She just pulled out all those snacks from. What in the world? It looks like they got the exact. They got the Pop-Tart, the bag of chips, like 2 bags of chips, everything. That's funny.
She's going to her homicide trial. And she's being specific. She's going, I want, 5 peppermints. I want to have a Pop-Tart or some cookies, 2 bags of potato chips. Get real. This lady's unbelievable. What about the sadness she might feel for her boyfriend, Jorge Torres, who lost his life? He doesn't get to eat anything. And by the way, the jail is sending over meals for her. My understanding, 2 meals to be sent over. So it's not like this woman is starving. She just must think she's special. Let's bring in our attorney guest to talk about this. Very seasoned trial attorney. He was a homicide prosecutor, Randolph Rice, on the program.
So I don't. Be honest, I don't really care what this guy has to say. But this is very it's actually very interesting because just think about that for a second. You give up basically your basic right to have access to snacks at your own free will because you did something so stupid. Like think about that. That's really the crazy part. And then, yeah, this video that I wanted to check out because this is what ended up happening after that request was filed. But can you guys think about that? Man, I did something so dumb that I can't even decide what time I get to eat anymore. Man, you really got to think about the basic human rights that you're giving up when you do something that dumb. Man. Oh, I pray I never do anything stupid enough to get myself in a position like that.
First, we want to update you on what is going on in the Sarah Boone case. We're expecting opening statements in that case as possibly this afternoon, but more likely tomorrow because things keep coming up. And this morning, something came up, a couple things. The prosecution upset over some discovery that they were handed apparently this morning, some JPEG images on a drive. So they have asked the judge for a hearing, a Richardson hearing. They are crying foul. Let's see what the judge says outside the presence of the jury that still hasn't even been picked yet. But there's Sarah. She's in the courtroom. We'll also find out about her snack request.
With regard to the Richardson hearing, with regard to item 6 in the defendant's 5th amended reciprocal discovery list, the court is going to reserve and have that hearing tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Defense is to provide an edited version of only the records that pertain to anxiety or their lack of thereof to the state before 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Judge, number 6 was cured by agreement.
Okay. Did that happen when I was not here?
No, it happened earlier while we were here.
Then what specifically was the Richardson violation for then, if it wasn't for number 6? And I apologize.
Number 2 was the 119 new JPEG pages, reporting to be from Winter Park Advent Health, and they're a little bit different than the 81 pages that I previously received.
Okay. So the ruling remains the same. Court's going to reserve, address the Richardson hearing tomorrow, and you are to provide an edited version of those records that you seek to offer into evidence. Mr. Owens, before 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Regarding the paragraph number 2, regarding the Winter Park Advent Health records, the 119 that we gave him this morning.
That is correct, sir. With regard to the witnesses that have been identified by the defense in paragraph 60 of the state's response, those witnesses will be excluded if not deposed prior to being called as witnesses, and the defense shall pay for any and all expedited transcripts.
All right, Judge, the same should apply to them. There were 3 people that they gave us late that we didn't have before: Rachel Fenner, Meredith McCaskill, and Victoria Shelton.
State response.
Meredith McCaskill is an FDLE analyst that is substituting for an analyst that was unavailable during the trial period. So in an effort to not continue the case, we've got a substitute analyst. So that's our reason for the late disclosure on her. And who were the other 2?
Rochelle Fenner and Victoria Shelton.
And those are the 911 dispatchers. If we end up having to call them, then that's fine. We will pay for the expedited transcripts. And what I would expect will not be lengthy nor expensive.
Okay. Has the FDLE analyst that was originally set to testify been deposed in this matter?
Mr. Cacciatore does not believe that the defendant ever deposed that person.
Okay. Any other positions, Mr. Owens? Okay. All right. State will afford the same opportunity to the defense as provided by the state to the defense. Court's going to be in recess. It's 11:27. Hang on.
What about the
yes,
snack?
Let me address that. Can I have that thing again, please? If you all still have yesterday's sheets from jury selection, Madam Clerk has advised that jury services has told us the juror in seat 25 wearing badge 63 called sick child. The nephew that she cares for is ill and that she is not here due to caring for that child. He is not here due to caring for that child. State's response, if any.
For cause.
So stipulated, juror number 25 wearing badge 63 will be struck for cause. We'll advise the jury services to call them and tell them they do not need to report. With regard to the Orr tennis motion, as to Ms. Boone's request for snacks, the Orr tennis motion is denied. Ms. Boone is being provided all the same services as to any other inmate being transported for the purposes for trial. Anything else we need to address, State, before we report back to 23 at 1 p.m.? Defense?
No, sir.
All right, we'll see you all at 1 p.m. Thank you very much. Court's off the record.
Snacks denied. Snacks denied. Have you guys ever seen a case where snacks were provided? Have you guys ever seen any other defendant really ask for this type of thing? I don't know how long they're typically in a courtroom, and I don't know how long, how many breaks they usually take. I've seen a few trials that they just go straight through for 4 hours at a time, and then they'll take one lunch break and then another 4 hours. But what if you gotta use the bathroom? You're drinking water. What if you gotta use the bathroom and you're a defendant? How's that type of stuff handled? I don't know. But in Sarah Boone's case, again, it warrants a different reaction because it's not her asking for snacks. It's a culmination of everything. All her odd requests, her odd behavior. That's why this is such a big topic. Her asking for snacks. I'm sure she's not the first defendant in history to ask for that. But it made news with her because of who she is and who she's proven herself to be. And so, am I surprised she asked for snacks? Absolutely not. Come on now. Let's be real. Nobody's surprised that she asked for snacks. However, I'm also glad that the motion was denied. I'll say that. All right, guys, that'll be it for today's video. We have much more to come. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed, like, share, subscribe, bells on for notifications, and make sure you guys are following me on my social media. And don't forget, I am posting brand new travel content with my new travel company, Black Joy Global Travel. I can't wait to reveal more about that and the direction that we're going. Of course, we got the new set behind us. I'm sure you guys are going to love this. So that'll be it for today. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you next time.